very good evening to you wherever you are, and this is the Talent Television Twilight Bulletin. And it's a pleasure to be with you this night, the 11th of April 2025. As usual, I will be your host, Bahati Mwamuye. And today, we bring you the latest news that matter, insightful updates, and impactful stories from Kenya and beyond. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to the broadcast. Now today, Kisumu East Sub-County witnessed a significant milestone in efforts to enhance security and service delivery. Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja, alongside the Principal Secretary for Internal Security and National Administration, Dr. Raymond Omolo, were in Kasagam, Kisumu County to officially commission the Kisumu East Sub-County Police Divisional Headquarters. While addressing residents, the Inspector General of Police assured the public of strengthened collaboration between the police and the community through community policing forums. On his part, PS Omolo reaffirmed that the government's commitment to security, noting that President William Ruto's administration considers security as a key pillar of national development. The PS also appealed to leaders and the public not to politicize matters involving students. He stressed that learners should be left in the hands of competent and professional educators, free from external interference.
Part that has actually completed this building, and today I am sure the regional commander here is going to ensure that this station is populated and it must start serving the people of Kisumu. It must start serving the people of this area. We want to work together with the people so that we can ensure that there is peace and security.
It's important that we ensure that all our school-going children are in school. I know the schools are closed. In another week or two, we will be going to second term. Let's look after the children over this period so that we don't allow them to fall prey to criminal characters or individuals who may have criminal intentions. And I think as a country, we have a responsibility to take this important role in our own hands. As parents, you must be able to know which school does your child go to. What is it that that child is taught when they are in school? Who are the friends that your child has? Who are the teachers? Because if we don't do that, we are going to lose this next generation who are expected to take over from us, who are supposed to lead and carry this country forward. And I know there's already an ongoing conversation around a number of things that are happening. And at times you stop to wonder, is it genuine conversation or is it something that has become fashionable? Why do we allow politicians to invade the spaces of school-going children who are innocent, who need to be nurtured? And I think as parents and as Kenyans, senior Kenyans, and as adults, we must be able to call it out for what it is. Let our children be children. Let our children be taken through school by those who are competent and qualified. Teachers approved by the Teacher Service Commission.
Now, on to other news. Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has strongly criticized the government handling of the Butere Girls High School incident during the National Drama Festivals in Nakuru. The school's play Echoes of War, which portrays a Gen Z uprising against an oppressive regime, was met with police intervention, including the use of tear gas on the students. Additionally, Gachagua defended former Kakamega Senator Cleophas Malala. The playwright of Echoes of War was arrested by the Director of Criminal Investigations, DCI. He criticized the government actions as an attempt to suppress decent and artistic expression. This incident has sparked nationwide debate on freedom of expression, as the role of security agencies and the governance tolerance for criticism is in question.
So, two is to do the right thing and to keep the law. It's not to enable other countries to buy arms to kill children. And Eugene Wamalwa, you know, we are looking at what is happening about Butere girls. We are unable to understand what is this viciousness against children by the present government. Even the colonial government that was very brutal, it never went for the children. Mzungu, they were very brutal, but they spared the children. So we have seen a situation where an administration has panicked because this one term is becoming real. So they have gone berserk. They have gone berserk, and they are now fighting shadows, including schoolgirls. From 2 girls, from 3 girls. These are harmless girls. How fluid is your government if girls can bring it down? Girls. Surely. You know. So when you look at the situation in the Sudan, we are allowing gold to be processed in Kenya and guns to be smuggled through Nairobi to go and kill children in the Sudan. So we are asking, what is this bile against young children? We saw the killing of the Gen Zs, the abductions of young children. What is this bile against innocent young children? So as we move on, let's pray for the country.
Now, the National Transport and Safety Authority, NTSA, has concluded a 6-month test of speed cameras on major roads, including Thika Super Highway, Mombasa Road, and the Southern Bypass. Now, NTSA says the pilot was successful, showing reduced speeding and improved driver behavior. The agency is now seeking government funding to expand the project nationwide, aiming to enhance road safety through automated enforcement. Peter Ching reports.
The National Transport and Safety Authority has wrapped up a 6-month pilot testing speed cameras on a major roads across the country. The trial, which took place along the key highways, including the Thika Super Highway, Mombasa Road, and the Southern Bypass, was aimed at assessing effectiveness of automated speed enforcement in reducing traffic violation and road accidents.
I received a text, actually received 2 texts was in here. While driving. The first one tells me that I am driving at a speed higher than 110 and I need to pay a certain amount of money. Second one, I was driving in the morning, early morning, 4 a.m., going to Kirinyaga, and I got a message telling me that I'm driving at a speed higher than 110 and I need to pay certain fines.
There's so much today in the digital space we live in today, and like you rightfully say, Chair, there's some digital cameras installed in some locations for testing. I think we've collected enough data and we should be going into the second phase of institutionalizing and procuring.
According to NTSA, the pilot phase has been deemed a success, with early data indicating a notable drop in speeding and improved driving discipline in the monitored zones. The agency is now seeking funding to facilitate nationwide rollout with speed cameras, with the goal of enhancing road safety and easing the burden on traffic enforcement officers. If approved, the expansion will see installation of the devices in high-risk areas across all the counties.
Some of these speed cameras are both fixed and mobile, so that we can really ensure that people are conscious that they are being watched, and therefore they can improve how they behave in the roads.
We started in November, and we're both the speed cameras, both which are static, along the Thika Highway, Southern Bypass, and on Mombasa Road, and also the mobile cameras as well, which have been receiving messages across the country. We have now finished our 6 months test, which was one of the mandatory requirements to ensure that the data is actually accurately captured. And as you can see, he's accepting that he was speeding, and he's not contesting the issue that he was caught. So therefore, we are now moving to the next stage, is where we're now going to progress.
Part of a border push to curb the rising number of accidents linked to speeding. The move has been welcomed by some of the road safety advocates, but also raised questions about enforcement, privacy, and public awareness as the country moves towards a greater automation in traffic management. Reporting.
Now, in a significant ruling today, the High Court of Kenya dismissed an habeas corpus application filed by 7 individuals who claim they were abducted by police officers in 2024. The case, brought forward by the Law Society of Kenya alongside other petitioners, sought to hold the National Police Service accountable for the alleged abductions. But in a ruling, Justice Bahati Mwamuye stated that the applicants has failed to present sufficient evidence proving that the missing persons were indeed in police custody. Peter Cheng reports.
Thank you, my lord.
The High Court has officially dismissed a high-profile habeas corpus application filed by 7 individuals who alleged they were abducted by police officers in 2024. The petition, supported by the Law Society of Kenya and other human rights advocates, aimed to compel the National Police Service to produce the missing individual in court, and sought to hold the service directly responsible for their alleged disappearance. But in a ruling delivered earlier today, Justice Bahati Mwamuye found that the applicants had not provided the sufficient proof that the missing persons were in the custody of the police.
We are ready for the determination of this matter.
In her judgment, Justice Bahati emphasized that while the Constitution guarantees the right to liberty and protection from unlawful detention, habeas corpus application requires clear, credible evidence that the individuals in question are being held by the state or its agents.
There was no evidence at all to place those missing to be in the hands of the police. The court has agreed with us that the petitioners have completely failed to show with enough precision of evidence that the alleged people were in police vehicles, they were in police Land Rovers.
She noted that this burden of proof had not been met. The ruling is a setback for the petitioners and the families of the missing, who continue to demand answers and accountability amid growing concern over enforced disappearance in the country.
Remember, the Inspector General of Police had to be summoned to come and explain to them that the police do not have them in their custody. And today the court has vindicated our arguments that the alleged disappeared people are not within the hands of the police.
The Law Society of Kenya has vowed to explore further legal options, even as the human rights groups call for independent investigation into the alleged abductions. Meanwhile, the whereabouts of the 7 individuals remain unknown, and the shadow of uncertainty continues to loom. Reporting for Gifted TV, Ampi.
Very well, that brings us to the end of tonight's edition of the Talent Television Twilight Bulletin. And from the Talent Television crew, we wish you a good night. I have been your host, Billy Okop. See you next time.
Do you have years of life and work experiences in your career, but the lack of a university degree is holding you back? You're not alone. Many successful people who are brilliant and gifted equally missed out on a traditional schooling. But what if your life and work experiences on the job could count towards a college degree? Well, guess what? They can. Introducing Matric, the revolutionary program that turns your real-world experience into college credits. Built a business? Managed a team? Matric can translate those skills into bachelor's, master's, or even PhD much faster and at much lower costs. Don't let a mere lack of academic papers hold you back. Join governors, MPs, and CEOs who've used Matric to achieve their academic goals. Matric experiential accreditation clinics are now open in Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, Nakuru, Meru, and Eldoret. For more information, call us or visit our website. Are you naturally intelligent but challenges prevented you from achieving formal education credentials like diplomas or degrees? Well, you could be like James Osore, who climbed the ranks from a bank cleaner to a branch manager in 12 years based on his natural talents but lacked a degree. When he decided to pursue it, he could only access a university course by forging his high school results, but was soon discovered and expelled from a public university. Don't let a mere test score hold you back. The Matric Experiential Accreditation Tool is here. A professional and scientific tool that extracts natural and experiential credit values using the revolutionary technology. We turn your life and work experience into university credits that enable admission and earn you huge exemptions. Years of work, leadership skills, built a business, managed a team. Matric can translate those skills into a bachelor's, master's, or even PhD much faster and at much lower costs. Join governors, MPs, and CEOs who've used Matric to achieve their academic goals. Matric Experiential Accreditation Clinics are now open in Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, Nakuru, Meru, and Eldoret. For more information, call us or visit our website. Are you feeling lost in your career? Are you dealing with jokers masquerading as